Ladies and gentlemen, listen, I need you to understand something. Talking about success and actually achieving it are two completely different things. We live in a world where everybody wants to announce their next move, where people seek applause before they've even put in the work. But let me tell you something, real success doesn't come from talking, it comes from doing. The loudest person in the room is usually the one with the least to show, the ones who truly make it. They don't waste time trying to impress people with words. They let their work, their grind, and their results do all the talking. And that's what you need to do. Work hard, stay humble, and let your success speak for itself. Because at the end of the day, it's not about what you say, it's about what you do. Your growth is personal. It's not about what anyone else is doing, how fast they're moving, or how successful they appear to be. The only person you need to be in competition with is the version of yourself from yesterday. Too many people waste precious time and energy comparing their journey to someone else's, measuring their progress by someone else's timeline. But the truth is, everybody's path is different. What's meant for you will always be for you, and it won't come any faster just because you're watching someone else succeed. The moment you shift your focus inward and start truly investing in yourself, that's when real progress begins. You have to understand that growth isn't always loud, and it isn't always obvious at first. It happens in the moments when nobody's watching, when you're putting in the work, when you're learning, when you're sacrificing, and when you're building discipline. These moments shape you into the person you're becoming. But if you're too busy looking at what others have, you'll miss out on what's already inside of you. Your journey is unique, and no two people experience success the same way. Some people take years to reach their breakthrough, while others seem to find it overnight. But you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. You don't know how much work they put in, how many struggles they faced, or what sacrifices they made. And just because someone else got there first doesn't mean you won't get there at all. What's important is that you keep pushing forward, stay committed to your process, and trust in your own timing. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when you feel like you're not making progress, when you question whether you're on the right path. But growth isn't always about big, noticeable changes. Sometimes it's about the small wins, the little steps forward that add up over time. Every lesson you learn, every challenge you overcome, and every effort you put in is shaping you into the person you're destined to become. You might not see it now, but one day you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. The key to personal growth is consistency. It's about showing up for yourself every single day, even when no one else is watching. It's about making decisions that align with your future, not just your present desires. It's about being patient with yourself and understanding that real success takes time. The more you focus on yourself, the more you'll realize that your only true competition is the person in the mirror. At the end of the day, it's not about being the best compared to others, it's about being the best version of yourself. Every day is an opportunity to learn, to improve, and to take another step closer to your goals. The only way to grow is to stay focused on your own path, trust the process, and keep putting the work. Silence is one of the most powerful tools you can use in your journey towards success. It is often underestimated, but when used correctly, it can become your greatest asset. In a world where everyone feels the need to announce their plans, share their goals, and seek validation from others, moving in silence sets you apart. It protects your vision, preserves your energy, and allows you to work without unnecessary distractions or negativity. When you move in silence, you eliminate the noise that comes with publicizing your every move. Not everyone who listens to you is rooting for you. Some people are waiting for you to fail, and others may subtly discourage you, even if they don't mean to. Every time you speak your plans out loud, you expose them to opinions, doubts, and criticisms that may plant seeds of uncertainty in your mind. But when you keep your plans to yourself and focus on execution rather than discussion, you maintain control over your own destiny. You don't need external validation to confirm your dreams. Your belief in yourself is enough. Silence also allows you to build without distractions. The more you talk about what you're going to do, the more time and energy you waste explaining instead of executing. Talking creates an illusion of progress. You feel like you're doing something just because you're discussing it, but in reality, words mean nothing without action. The most successful people don't spend time announcing their plans. They dedicate themselves to their work. And when the results show up, there's nothing left to explain. Success speaks louder than any words ever could. Another advantage of silence is that it gives you an element of surprise. When people don't know what you're working on, they can't interfere. They can't sabotage what they don't see coming. They can't copy what they don't know exists. Moving in silence keeps you ahead of the game because you're not constantly broadcasting your strategy. It keeps people guessing. And by the time they realize what you've been up to, you're already 10 steps ahead. But silence doesn't mean isolation. It doesn't mean you don't seek guidance or learn from others. It simply means that you are selective about who you share your plans with. You surround yourself with people who genuinely support you, people who bring value to your life, and people who can help you grow. You don't waste time seeking approval from those who don't understand your vision. You let your work do the talking, and eventually your results will be undeniable. Most importantly, moving in silence builds discipline. It teaches you patience and self-control. It forces you to rely on yourself instead of the applause of others. It allows you to focus on the process rather than external recognition. And when the time is right, when you put in the work and stay consistent, your success will make all the noise it needs to. The world will see the results. And by then, you won't even need to explain how you got there. Not everyone needs to know your plans. In fact, the less people know, the better. In a world where oversharing has become the norm, keeping your plans to yourself is a strategic advantage. It protects you from negativity, distractions, and unnecessary obstacles that can slow down or even derail your progress. The truth is, not everyone in your life has good intentions, and even those who do may not always understand or support your vision. That's why keeping your goals private and focusing on execution is one of the smartest moves you can make. When you share your plans with others, you expose them to opinions, doubts, and criticisms that can plant seeds of uncertainty in your mind. People will project their own fears and insecurities onto you. They'll tell you it's too risky, too difficult, or even impossible, not because they truly know what's best for you, but because they themselves are afraid of taking big risks. Many times, these people mean well. They think they're protecting you from failure, but in reality, they're holding you back from success. The moment you start believing their doubts, you begin questioning yourself, and that can be dangerous. There are also those who don't want to see you succeed. Some people will pretend to support you, but deep down, they don't want you to do better than them. They might act like they're in your corner, but the moment they see you making progress, they'll find subtle ways to discourage you. They might not say it outright, but their energy shifts. They start questioning your decisions, making passive-aggressive comments, or even trying to compete with you. By keeping your plans private, you avoid giving these people the opportunity to interfere with your journey. Even beyond negativity and jealousy, sharing your plans too soon can actually work against you in a psychological way. Talking about your goals gives your brain a false sense of accomplishment. You feel like you've already achieved something just by announcing it, and that can make you less motivated to put in the actual work. This is why so many people talk about their dreams, but never follow through. They get caught up in the excitement of sharing instead of focusing on execution. Another reason to keep your plans to yourself is to maintain flexibility. When you share your goals with others, you may feel pressure to stick to them exactly as you originally stated, even if circumstances change. But the reality is, growth requires adaptability. Your vision may evolve, your path may shift, and new opportunities may arise that you never anticipated. When you move in silence, you allow yourself the freedom to make adjustments without feeling like you have to explain or justify them to anyone. At the end of the day, success doesn't come from talking, it comes from doing. The most successful people don't announce their every move. They work behind the scenes, stay committed, and let their results speak for them. You don't need validation, permission, or approval from anyone to chase your dreams. The only thing you need is the discipline to keep pushing forward, even when no one is watching. When the time is right, your success will be undeniable. And by then, the people who doubted you will have no choice but to respect the results. Distractions are everywhere. And if you're not careful, they will rob you of your time, your focus, and ultimately, your success. The world is filled with noise, social media, gossip, negative people, and endless temptations that pull you away from what truly matters. If you don't learn how to guard your focus and stay locked in on your goals, you'll find yourself stuck in the same place year after year, wondering why nothing has changed. Success requires discipline, and discipline means shutting out the distractions that serve no purpose in your journey. One of the biggest distractions today is social media. It's designed to keep you scrolling, comparing, and consuming instead of creating and building. Every time you open your phone, you're bombarded with other people's lives, their highlights, their achievements, their success stories. And if you're not careful, you'll start focusing on them instead of yourself. You'll start feeling like you're behind, like you're not doing enough. And before you know it, you're discouraged. But here's the truth, what you see online is not reality. Most people only show the best parts of their lives. You don't see the struggle, the failures, the late nights, or the sacrifices. That's why you have to tune out the noise and focus on your own journey. Stop scrolling and start working. Stop comparing and start building. Another major distraction is unnecessary chatter. People who talk a lot but say nothing of value. They gossip, complain, and waste time discussing things that have nothing to do with growth. If you surround yourself with people who constantly engage in negativity, you will absorb that same energy. Your conversation should be productive. They should inspire you, challenge you, and push you forward. If you find yourself in rooms where people are talking about others instead of talking about ideas and opportunities, it's time to change your environment. Elevation requires separation. You can't afford to waste energy on conversations that don't align with your purpose. Then there are the personal distractions, the ones that come from within. Self-doubt, procrastination, fear, and overthinking can all pull you away from your goals just as much as external distractions can. Sometimes the biggest battle you'll fight is the one in your own mind. You'll start questioning if you're good enough, if you're capable, if your dreams are even possible. These thoughts can paralyze you if you let them. That's why you have to develop mental toughness. Train your mind to stay focused, to push forward even when you don't feel like it, and to trust the process even when the results aren't immediate. Time is your most valuable asset. And once you waste it, you can never get it back. That's why you have to protect your focus with everything you have. Set boundaries. Limit distractions. Be intentional with how you spend your time and who you spend it with. Lock in on your goals and don't let anything or anyone pull you away from them. Success belongs to those who can stay disciplined in a world full of distractions. The question is, are you willing to do what it takes to stay focused? Results speak louder than words. Work hard, stay humble, and let your success do the talking. Talk is cheap. Words don't build empires, they don't create wealth, and they don't achieve dreams actions do. In a world where people love to talk about what they're going to do, the ones who actually succeed are the ones who stay quiet and put in the work. Results don't come from announcing your plans, they come from executing them. That's why the smartest move you can make is to stay disciplined, stay focused, and let your success speak for itself. Too many people waste time bragging about what they're going to do. They tell everyone about their big plans, their ambitions, their dreams. They talk a big game but never follow through. Why? Because talking gives them a false sense of accomplishment. They get the validation they're looking for just by saying their goals out loud, and that makes them feel like they've already achieved something when in reality they haven't even started. But the ones who truly make it, they don't need to announce anything. They just do it. When you work hard in silence, your results become undeniable. You don't have to convince people that you're serious. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to prove anything with words because your achievements do that for you. People will see the growth, the progress, and the transformation, and by then there won't be a need for explanations. Your results will speak louder than anything you could ever say. But here's the key: you have to stay humble. Success isn't about proving people wrong or rubbing your achievements in their faces. It's about growth. It's about becoming better than you were yesterday. The ones who last and once are real are the ones who don't let success change them. They don't seek validation, they don't need applause, and they don't waste time showing off. Instead, they stay focused on the next goal, because real success isn't a destination, it's a mindset. And let's be clear, results don't come overnight. They take consistency, sacrifice, and discipline. There will be times when you feel like nothing is happening, when you question whether all the effort is even worth it. But that's the test. That's where most people give up. The ones who keep going, even when it's tough, are the ones who eventually see the results. And when those results start showing, that's when everything changes. At the end of the day, people remember what you did, not what you said you were going to do. So don't waste time trying to press people with words. Let your work speak. Let your success speak. Let your discipline, consistency, and results make the noise. Because when you truly succeed, you won't need to say a word. Your life will do all the talking for you.